This is a T-Rex, one of the strongest dinosaur species that dominated the Earth 240 million years ago. They are powerful creatures with massive sizes. Been at the top of the food chain for 165 million years on Earth. But the era of dinosaurs had come to an end. From outer space, meteorites and asteroids that were thousands of meters in diameter, causing huge explosions on the ground, destroyed all the dinosaurs and many other living creatures. But today, I was sent back in time to rescue the dinosaurs from extinction. My mission in the next 100 days is to tame and protect every dinosaur species from this disaster. Engage in the wildest battles with other prehistoric creatures. To bring them to a new home, hidden deep underground, where they can start a new life, completely separated from the outside world before it's too late. The first day I set foot on the prehistoric island, the landscape were beautiful. I saw in the distance a high mountain range. At the bottom were rows of tropical trees, separated by a river, and that is exactly where I need to go right now. Looking behind me, I saw a ship that was destroyed when it crashed into the mainland. It must have been how I got here. I went inside and looted a few things like a sword, some food, and a saddle. When I just got back out, right in front of my eyes was a big fat Tyrannosaurus Rex. Then I saw it attack its prey. In just a few seconds, it tore the target apart. A few minutes later, I saw the first meteorite falling to the ground not far away. Before I could react, 2 more chunks of meteor fell straight down, almost hit the T-Rex, and right after that was a bunch of meteorites. This was a meteor shower, so I had to find shelter immediately. I swam across the river and tried to get to the other side as quickly as possible. In front of me was a giant cave. It looked really suspicious, but I did not have any other choice. Right now, my plan is to survive until this meteor shower ends. It will probably take quite a while because I still see a lot of meteorites, along with the screaming sounds of the dinosaurs. I also looted a backpack from a zombie. There was a Parasaurolophus dinosaur armor, but to tame them is not a simple task. First, I needed to get down to the cave and mine for ores. The next morning, I decided to find some food. On this island, there are many prehistoric creatures. They drop beef, pork, and chicken. They definitely were the ancestors of today's animals. And I craft a set of iron armor and weapons to prepare for the battle. With the T-Rex, according to what I learned, I can tame them by feeding them lots of raw meat. From afar, it already smelled the human flesh. So it let out an earth-shattering roar and rushed over immediately. I almost peed my pants but kept calm and threw out some raw meat. But for some reasons, it went around and avoided all of them. So it had set its target on the bigger prey, which is me, for the second try. Now I will use plan B, which is to cast the bait from a distance and let it approach slowly. The T-Rex will focus on the meat first, and only then it will eat. As long as I don't appear in front of it, the T-Rex won't notice me. And that's exactly what I didn't do in this case. This was a very dumb idea. At this point, I had no way to run. So I jumped into a nearby cave and mined my way deep inside. Finally escaped from this monstrosity. But the entrance was blocked at this point. So I had to dig my way out. And now it had been trapped. That's right. It was all part of my plan. While looking for more food, I found a meteorite on the ground. Around it was the trace of a large explosion. The meteorite is made of a mysterious space material that may come in handy in the future. Then I found a herd of Parasaurolophus dinosaurs in a nearby cave and tamed them. Their speed was not very fast, but they would be useful to escape from the meteor when it struck. Returning to the T-Rex, I threw all the meat down for it to eat. It took a long time to tame this beast.
Bruh.
When successfully tamed, it will follow and protect me and attack any enemy nearby. I also can command it to stay or follow. Another T-Rex in the distance. This will be a worthy opponent for my dinosaur. T-Rex, attack! But for some reason, it attacked me first. Fortunately, I successfully escaped into the ship. Then, more T-Rex came to attack me out of nowhere, and my T-Rex single-handedly protected its master and heroically sacrificed itself. I wished I could get out there and help him, but I would be eaten alive in 3 seconds. More meteorites struck at night. The meteor shower this time seems to be more and longer than the previous ones. So I packed my things and moved into the cave to survive the night. Passing through the cave and going to the other side, there was an immense land of many species of animals and trees. A few minutes later, there was a huge meteorite falling nearby. This was the largest chunk I had ever seen. When impacted, it creates a huge explosion, spreading a heat stream that burns every living creature in a large area. Inside this chunk was some kind of cosmic dust. Specifically, the core was made of netherite ore. This is exactly what I need to make armor and saddle for the dinosaurs. So I got some diamonds and crafted the diamond pick before I could get the netherite ore. The next morning, I found a villager wandering next to the forest, but he could only say a few words like, ha, ha, ha. It turns out it's a prehistoric language, which I don't understand. That afternoon, I discovered a new species of dinosaur, the Antarctopelta, covered by a super hard, spiked armor. It helps protect against enemy attacks while also helping them deal more damage. I'd try to feed it with all the kinds of food I have, but it doesn't seem to eat anything. At night, when the monster comes, the dinosaur will rush to attack by using its spiked tail, dealing extremely insane damage, knocking the enemies into the air. Remember not to get too close to them when they attack or you will be smacked. Travel deeper into the forest, there was a huge lake. In the middle, there was an island that might be the home of flying dinosaurs. Then I found a Triceratops nearby. As far as I know, this was a herbivorous dinosaur, so I don't think it's gonna attack the player. But I was wrong. It roared and then rushed toward me, using 3 horns on its head to gore me up into the sky with an incredible amount of damage. Luckily, I escaped it by jumping into the water. But my goal was to tame all of the dinosaurs, so I went back and found a way to lure them into a hole. All I had to do was jump into that cave and wait for the dinosaur to trip. Then stacked blocks up and got out. It's so simple, as I was collecting the leaves to feed the dinosaur. There was another meteor shower. The destruction of this time is even more terrible. According to the size explosion, I did not have much time left. The end is near. Then a bunch of other meteorites hit through the atmosphere and crashed onto the ground. The later the meteorites will be more and more destructive. Then I found the saddle, and the armor of the Parasaurolophus dropped on the ground. It had been crushed by the meteor. So another soldier has fallen. The next morning, as the meteor has decreased, I discovered another dinosaur species. This one was a carnivore, the Ceratosaurus, just like the T-Rex. It was very hard to tame them, and it took me a lot of time. Try to lure it in all sorts of different ways. This time I equip him with armor and a saddle. Looking cool, bro. And now I've been able to ride and control it. It was pretty fast, with 2 abilities, a powerful roar and a deadly bite. And then I went back to the Triceratops and successfully tamed it using leaf blocks. It's easier to tame herbivorous dinosaurs than carnivorous ones. And now I had an army of dinosaurs with 2 powerful warriors to protect me. Any monster that comes close to me will be eaten alive. The Triceratops saddle is more expensive because it requires a netherite ingot, but it looks so badass. The speed of this dinosaur was also very fast. And especially when it rushed to the target, it would leap all the targets around, flying into the air and causing tons of damage. To make it easier to find dinosaurs, I crafted a binocular that can see the dinosaurs' stats like gender, health, and stamina. The next day, I traveled further into the island, and I finally found where I needed to be. In front of me was a huge volcano. This is where I need to bring all the dinosaurs to, find their way to their new home. Another wave of meteor is striking. I'll keep these 2 dinosaurs in this cave tonight until we're safe. The next morning, I found another new species of dinosaur, the Brachiosaurus. It was humongous with a very long neck. I opened the dinosaur research book and found out that it seemed impossible to tame these species of dinosaurs, but I was able to put the saddle on it. Suddenly, it launched me miles high up into the sky, almost unalive me. The next morning, I finally figured out a way to take it with me, which was using the lead. It was hard to believe that a dinosaur that huge could be dragged away so easily. Then I continued my journey to find more dinosaurs and rescue them. When I got to the mesa biome, I suddenly got surrounded by a horde of Ceratosaurus, so I fought back and destroyed them all. Climbing up the hill, I found a red T-Rex. This one looks evil and stronger than the other T-Rex. It's incredibly powerful with more health and strength. Maybe I need a T-Rex to fight against this opponent. So I retreated from the battle since my Ceratosaurus's health dropped to 48%. I'll come back and take revenge later. The next night, I found another 3-horned dinosaur, but this one is smaller, so I recruited it into my team. Another new species of dinosaur, Ulugbegosaurus. Seriously, who named these dinosaurs? Taming this dinosaur is quite simple. I just need to give it a stack of meat, and it will eat and follow my order, and I can ride it too. Its speed is extremely fast, faster than all the dinosaurs I have ever ridden, and then I ran all the way home to ensure the safety of all the dinosaurs. When passing through to the entrance of the cave, the Brachiosaurus accidentally stepped on me, broke all bones inside my body, and lost almost all my health. I realized that it was quite dangerous to bring this giant dinosaur along because of its size, because it could be dangerous to other dinosaurs. Anyway, I'll rest here tonight to restore health and energy to all the dinosaurs, and the next day, I'll continue my journey. Now my task is to return to the beach before and tame a T-Rex. And very quickly, a T-Rex noticed me right away. I will lure it into a hole and then drop the meat. But it seems like this one is smarter than the others. I just looked away for a second, and it attacked my dinosaur. I tried to save it, but it was too late. I spent the whole day struggling to find a way to lure it in, and in the end, I succeeded. And now, I can ride and control the most powerful dinosaur on the planet. It can stomp, causing widespread damage to all surrounding targets, knocking the target into the sky. And when right-clicks, he will roar. The left mouse click will bite the target with sharp teeth, causing a lot of damage. My first goal is to destroy this super strong red T-Rex. It was strong, but that's not enough to fight against my Tyrannosaurus Rex. After an extremely intense fight, I had the victory. And now I have recruited many dinosaur species, but there are still a few more left, so I will continue. In the distance, there was a rocky mountain with a rather strange shape. When I got closer, I discovered a new dinosaur, Havinator. This dinosaur is rare. On its body, it grows many spikes like a cactus. To tame it, I need to craft a special soup made from many different types of meat. When successfully tamed, I can ride it and use the special powers. launching tons of spikes on its body at the target, causing tons of damage. On the way back, another giant meteorite shower came. This was also the last meteorite shower, which was the one that would destroy all the dinosaurs on Earth. This is a Dreadnoughtus, a genus of large sauropod dinosaurs, the largest land animal that ever lived. It had a total length of roughly 26 meters, about 85 feet, and an estimated mass of 59 metric tons. All the dinosaurs from this mod cannot be tamed, so I had to craft a diamond lid to bring them with me. The next two dinosaurs I found near the beach, the Edmontosaurus, was relatively defenseless against any large carnivores and were unable to escape or outrun the contemporary meat-eating species, and hence had to rely on maneuvering them by living and traveling in large herds. The Dinosuchus, this dinosaur was 12 to 15 meters long and weighed 9 to 10 tons. It had large, robust teeth built for crushing, and its back was covered with thick hemispherical osteoderms. Far away was a Deinonychus, weighing around 6 tons and measuring around 11 meters in length. It was named for the size of its strong forelimb claws. It was the only dinosaur to have both herbivore and piscivore diets. It had large, powerful claws bared on its arms, which were longer than any bipedal dinosaur. Its fascinating duck-like bill and broad hump make this dinosaur a distinctive prehistoric species. The Stegosaurus was large, heavily built, herbivorous quadrupeds with rounded backs, short forelimbs, long hind limbs, and tails held high in the air. They had a distinctive combination of broad, upright plates and tails tipped with spikes. And finally, we have the Spinosaurus. They have 4 limbs but usually walk on the back limbs. It uses a bipedal condition and has an occasional crouching posture. It was a territorial, volatile, and aggressive creature that would chase after any potential prey it caught in its territory. All the dinosaurs had gathered in the cave. It's time for the next step. Suddenly, a huge meteorite fell right on me. I knew I wouldn't have much time left. Now I will have to start mining down from this cave to reach the new land on the other side. Because the dinosaurs are so big, the length and width of the cave must be big enough to be able to lead them down. I didn't hear the sound of meteor showers anymore. I must be safe down here, and I kept mining until I finally reached the place I needed to go. This is it. The promised land for the dinosaurs. They will be safe here. Down here, there are other ancient creatures from the prehistoric era. This will be their home from now on forever, that humans have never set foot on. No one has found this land because it is hidden deep underground. And that is 100 days of survival in the prehistoric dinosaur apocalypse in Minecraft. All dinosaurs have reached the new home safely. These secrets will also be protected from the rest of the world. And if you liked this video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel.